Hi guys, today we have a lot to talk about because I have the newest releases, and I'm saying plural because there's a lot. So I have the newest releases from Dede Signature. I also have their last launch, which I wasn't able to do a video on, but I'm gonna just show you and tell you my thoughts on that as well. But let me show you the newest releases. These are available now. I'm guessing I'll post this video like a couple of days after that went live. I simply didn't have time before that, but this is the Sisters to Sister collection, and it consists of the Blooming Basket eyeshadow palette, which is a beautiful, beautiful color story. This one does have a new improved matte formula from what I have read. I can't tell you how it's going to perform yet, but I will say from the swatches, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it. Some of the mattes felt a little bit on the sheer side, and I don't know. I'm not gonna judge it until I've tried it, but I wouldn't say that they are the best swatching mattes. Not that that means everything, but we'll see how they perform on the eyes. The shimmers are beautiful. This green is a little bit on the dry side, and I don't know if it was supposed to be like that, but it's a very similar actually to the quad that is the Taste of Guava. I really like the quads from Dede. I think she does a really good job with the color stories. I've done a look with this. I'll show you at the end of the video, but I had the kind of same issue with this one. It's really, really pretty, but again, it's a kind of a dry formula, and I felt like it wasn't as impactful on the eyes as it was like in a swatch. So we'll see. Again, we'll see. I'm not going to make any judgments until I've like actually tried the other palette, but the other release that I also wanted to show you is the release that came out like a month ago. She's come out with some single shadows. So there are 2 metallic shadows in here as well as 4 holographic shadows. Now, I was fully planning on making a video with this, but like I said, I just haven't had time, and I figured since this release came out before I even had time to make a video on this, I'll just kind of give you my thoughts because I have tried these, and these metallic shimmers are absolutely stunning. Like the new metallic formula from Dede is out of this world. Like it is home run, like it is so pretty, and I feel like we haven't had that many just like pretty metallics in the palettes and stuff coming out lately, and it's all just been like duochromes and multichromes and like sparkly, crazy, insane. Like it's not just like very beautiful shimmers. I feel like that is what she's delivering. And she also sent me 3 more of these, these are all very neutral colors, and I feel like I don't have the newest release from Glaminatrix, but if you guys saw I think it was a 6-pan full of just really pretty neutral shimmers, I feel like these would be like the equivalent, and these are absolutely stunning. Like I said, they do look kind of similar, all of these, because they are very neutral, but if you wanted to pick up one or 2 of them, I know you would love them. So they do come in these little compacts, whereas the holographic ones comes in single packages. So I was also set these 3 to go along with the other holographics that I have in this palette. You can also buy this palette individually as like a magnetic palette if you didn't want to buy like shadows or anything like that. But anyway, my thoughts on the holographics are I don't feel like these are special enough to really, how do I say this, like warrant buying. I feel like if you have a lot of makeup in general, I don't think these are gonna wow you. Like they're not bad, but if you're looking for holographics, I would say maybe hold out a little bit and see what else is coming up, because I feel like holographic shadows are gonna be like the thing this year. So I don't think these are gonna be the best ones that are going to be launching, but take a look at their swatches, see if it is something that you're interested in. I don't feel like the holographic quality of the shadows comes out as much on the eyes as they do in a swatch. And I just wasn't really blown away by the way that they looked. Like, again, they're fine, but I wasn't looking in the mirror during the day being like, ooh, ah, like look at that shift. Sometimes I do that with shimmers, and that's what I want out of my shimmers. I don't feel like these really gave me that. So I'm not gonna open these. I'm gonna give these to a friend who's probably going to enjoy them a little bit more than I will. But I'm really excited to be playing with this palette because I love the color story of this. I think it is super fun. It's very spring, but it still has a lot of depth to it, and I love the shimmers in here. I think they're absolutely stunning. So I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I kind of want to try this because I'm not sure I'm gonna like it, but I'm also like, I know I'm gonna love these 3, so I want to use these 3. Like, the struggle is real. Anyway, I know I'm gonna love this. I probably have this shade like 4 times over in my collection. It's a pretty common, I would say, sort of like duochromy, like creamy shade, and is absolutely stunning. This one I probably have as well as one of my Sugar Drizzle palettes, if I had to guess. Definitely seen a shade like this before. Not sure if I have the exact same, but I do want to use this. I'm just not sure what it's really going to go with when it comes to the rest of this palette. Maybe I'll do sort of a purpley blue-ish crease. I don't know, like that would look kind of cool, and then maybe use these two on the lid. I don't know. I'm gonna start by priming my eyes anyway, and we'll just see where we end up because I don't really have a plan because I never do. Just using my Natasha Denona eyeshadow primer like I always do because it is my favorite. I do a little bit of staining on my eye from yesterday, it looks like, but we're just gonna cover that up. And I guess I did use the quad yesterday, so I should probably mention that. So the green in this one stained a little bit, as you can probably tell, but I'll show you the look that I did once I am done with this one. Let's be kind of crazy. I think I'm gonna use this shade because it's just really pretty and I want to try it. So it's the shade called Grapevine. This is also one that I didn't feel like swatched the absolute best. So I feel like with shades like that, I want to try them on the eyes to see like how they actually perform because the swatch does never tell the whole story and you never know until you actually put something on the eyes with an eyeshadow primer to really see how it performs. So it's definitely nice and pigmented. I do think it's on a little bit on the sheer side, not really like sheer, but it's not like so pigmented that you put it on your eyes and right away you're like, uh-oh, like now what do I do? Definitely on the buildable side, it seems like, and I'm gonna try to build it up as much as I'm able to. You can probably see that it does sheer out a little bit if you don't like pack it on, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing depending on what you're looking for in your eyeshadows, but not having any issues per se with this so far. I think it's nice. Not taking this all the way out because I do want to use, I think, the purple and then deepen it up with the blue maybe? Or I could use this one and deepen it up with this one. No, I want to use the purple. I just want to see how it performs. This is the one called Bloomsy Tulips. And I'm going to do that on the outer portion of my crease here. This might be a crazy look, but it's never stopped me before. So I'm just going to blend that into the sort of turquoisey shade here. This is a really pretty shade of purple. I'm such a sucker for purples. I love purple and I feel like I probably don't wear it enough because it is one of my favorite colors to wear. This one is laying down okay. I do feel like there's almost like a line where it's sort of like stuck right away and then I don't know if you can see that, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time to get like that line to be blended out. I'm just gonna try it on the other eye and see if it sort of does the same thing here. Because sometimes you just don't blend out your eyeshadow primer properly on one eye and like eyeshadows will do weird stuff and then when you try it on the other it's totally fine. Yeah, so it's totally fine on this side. Disregard everything that I just said because this is doing just fine. I'm not going to worry too much about the blend between these two colors because I do plan on putting a shimmer over, so a lot of this is going to be covered up. I just want to get like the base of the mattes done first, so I'm going to deepen it up with this dark blue shade because I want to see how this one performs. So I'm just going to pack this in the outer corner of my eye and see how it blends into the purple shade. Okay, no issues with that. That is looking great. That is very, very, very dark. That's even darker than I was expecting, but I like it. That looks really nice. Yeah, this shade definitely feels a lot nicer than her previous matte, so I do feel like this is a new formula because it is building so nicely and it's very, very opaque. So far I'm very, very happy with this. I'm gonna just do my lower lash line real quick. I'm gonna use the purple that I used in my crease and just blend that into the outer corner, and then I'll do some of that bluey, turquoisey, whatever you want to call that shade as well. Okay, so far everything is looking great. I'm gonna put on some of my NYX glitter primer before we do the shimmers, and I definitely want to try that green shade just to see how that one performs because it felt, like I said, quite dry and it definitely didn't swatch the absolute best either. So I'm hoping with some glitter primer here it's going to be a little bit more intense than the swatch would imply that it will be. So let's see. I think I want to use probably 2 of these. Like I said, I already know I'm going to love this. So I'm going to start with this one because I just want to see what this one looks like. I will say the other palette, I did not use a glitter primer. I just sprayed my brush. So we'll see how this looks over the top of a glitter primer. Okay, so it's definitely looking better on the lids than it did in a swatch. It's still not like super metallic or anything like that. It's more of like a satiny shade, which I don't really mind it when it comes to a color like this. And I think it's actually really, really nice on the eyes. Like, I'm surprised at how much I like this on the eyes just because it didn't swatch the absolute best, but this is looking really nice actually. And I would imagine the shade just wearing really well too because it's not that super creamy formula that sometimes will crease on me. So this is a good shade to have like in the front portion of my lid because that's usually where I get the most creasing. So for the middle, I'm just going to use the shade because like I said, I know I'm going to love this. It's going to be beautiful. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this because I will not be able to. But I'm just going to put that, like I said, in the middle of my eye and blend it into the outer corner. Yeah, that is just so pretty. Like, I love these kind of shades so much. They're my favorites. Man, I'm liking this look so much more than I thought I would with this color combination because I really wasn't sure if this was going to work at all, but I feel like these colors are just marrying together so nicely that I love this. I think this is all I'm going to do for the I love the shade. For the shadows, I'm going to just put on some lashes real quick and I'll come back and show you the look that I've done with the quad. The look is all done. I love this. Can I just say? This turned out so much better than I thought it would, and I'm, dare I say, obsessed? Maybe a little bit, but I think this is so cool. Like, this color combination is everything, and these shimmers, oh, they're so pretty. So I would say, highly recommend this palette. So far, no issues. Obviously, I haven't used all the shades. I'm not going to be able to use all the shades. I have a lot that I need to work on in the coming weeks, so I'm probably not going to have time to get back to this, which is really sad. I wish I could do more looks with this right now, but like I said, just don't have time. I'm not sure if I would necessarily recommend a quad. I'll show you the look that I did with the quad, and I feel like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I got along with the mattes in this one as well as I got along with the mattes in the bigger palette. And I don't know if it was just because of the shape that I did with my mattes. I felt like it took a very long time to get the green to be nice and opaque, but also I was using really small brushes, so I don't like to judge something when I do a big wing like this, but I felt like it was the best way for me to be able to put all of these 4 shades on my eyes and make a cohesive look that actually looked good. So I really just wanted to make sure I could put all of these on my eyes and have a cool look with them. So that's sort of what I did, and I really like the look. I think that the pink shimmer in here is stunning. Like, it is so pretty. The green one, like I said, I felt like was a little bit dry, and I think that the one I used today actually looks a little bit better than the one that was in the quad. I don't think it's bad by any means. I was hoping it would be more of that creamy formula and not that sort of like dry satiny formula, which it just depends what you're into, but personally that one is not my absolute favorite. It's still a pretty color, but this quad is probably not my favorite from Dede. The palette here I think is stunning, and if you're looking for really, really beautiful sparkly metallic shadows, look into their singles. They are so pretty. Like, if you're someone who likes more neutral makeup, pairing one of these with like a neutral crease, so stunning, like so pretty. I'm gonna be keeping all of these, even though these colors are really not like my jam for the most part. I'm gonna be using these because they're so pretty and I'm so excited to have them in my collection. As for the holographic ones, I would say maybe skip them. Just wait out, see what else is coming out. I feel like you'll be able to get better holographic shadows later in the year, just because I feel like there's going to be a lot of it coming. I could be wrong, but that's just sort of one of my predictions, I guess. So those are going to be my thoughts on the new collection. I love this look. I can't stop looking at it. Like, that's how I want to feel when I do my makeup. When I'm done with my makeup, I want to be like, ooh, ah, like, look at how pretty that is. Look at that shimmer and look at that. It's just, ah, I love it. I'm gonna stop blabbering. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some more Dede Signature content, I do have a long playlist. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.